Hey, what's good, comic fans? This is Comfire Comics, and we've got a special announcement. We are doing a subscriber appreciation care package. And so, Nate, why don't you take it away and let them know the details on this care package that we're giving away?
That's right. If you want to be involved in this, guys, all you have to do is be a subscriber. Either a new subscriber or old subscriber, it doesn't matter. Also, you need to leave us a comment on one of our videos for this month, and we're going to be giving you some really cool stuff. I've reached into my comic vault, and I am bringing out a nice little Uncanny X-Men signed by Jim Lee. This is Uncanny X-Men 248 signed by Jim Lee. We also got some other goodies. Nice. Richie, what are you going to have for them?
I got a few things here. This month, I think we're going to do this at least this month and next month and kind of see how it goes. And again, did you say for the whole month of November?
That's right, for the whole month of November.
For the whole month of November, we're the old subscriber, new subscriber. Leave a comment on one of these videos. And this is more of a Star Wars themed care package for the most part. I mean, you got the X-Men. We got a cool Star Wars insulated cup. All right, that's one. We've got a Master Yoda koozie. What those things are? Bear hugger? I don't know what you would call it. We got a R2-D2 keychain. Let's see. What else we got here? A Star Wars calendar, right? You see some of the cool images I get up on that. All right. Got that going. Uh-oh. Posters, little nail spot here. Let's join the dark side. Again, mainly Star Wars themed. We got, this is a cool little bag here, right? Nothing fancy. We're not doing nothing fancy. We ain't big time people. We regular folks. All right. We ain't rich. But we do appreciate the comments and stuff that we get on our videos and the subs that we do have. And we try to throw a little appreciation. And also Rick Grimes, Funko, right? That's tight. I almost wanted to keep this for myself, but I'm not. I'm going to give it back to you guys. But anyway, that's what we got. Again, comment on one of our videos, and you have to be a subscriber, and you will be entered into a drawing at the end of this month. We'll draw from random, and we'll pick one, and then we'll get in contact with that person, and we'll ship the stuff to you. Have a good day. We out. Hey, what's good, comic fans? This is Comfire Comics, and we're here to talk about The Flash Season 2, Episode 6. Nate's not with us today. He's sick. I don't need him yakking all over these videos. We're trying to get subs, not gross people out. All right. So I'm going to roll this solo. I'm Comfire Rich. Let's jump into this. All right. This episode was awesome for one primary reason, and his name is Zoom. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get to him in a minute, but let's kind of break this. Let's recap this, people. Okay. Let's break this down. Let's get into it. This episode was about trapping Zoom, right? They're tired of waiting for him. He's just going to keep sending people. He's got one goal in mind, that's to kill the Flash. So they were like, yo, bump it. Barry's like, I ain't got time to wait for this. You know, let's bring him to us. So he goes to Dr. Light, tries to talk her into a plan to bring him down, right? He realized all she had to do was throw his little crest, his little lightning bolt through the portal. He was going to come collect his body, and they was going to try to trap him. Jay Garrick's done. He's out. He left the last episode, says he can't stick around for this. He's scared. And Dr. Light, she's scared, right? She goes envious. She tricks Cisco. She bails. So she's out of there. So now they got to formulate a new plan. In the meantime of them coming up with this plan, Dr. Wells and them, they're formulating this new gun that can slow down Zoom's speed, right? Well, Cisco is trying to vibe on Dr. Wells. Joe, they don't trust him, right? And rightfully so, man. Why would you trust this dude? He even looks shady. He acts shady when he's out there, just from the way he is and the information you get from Jay Garrick about this dude's shady. They don't trust him. Cisco trying to get a vibe on him. He's trying to find all these ways to touch him and put his hands on him. Well, while that's going on, there was this really cool flashback, and I liked it for one reason, really. Like, we already know that Dr. Wells' daughter was taken. They just showed a little bit more of that. That Zoom went to the school, jacked her, and hit her, and now Dr. Wells is freaking out and needs to figure out how to get her back. Well, in the meantime, and I'm sure y'all caught it, right? But on the news that he was watching, it was talking about the Arrow, except it wasn't Oliver Queen. It was Robert Queen, his daddy. I found that very interesting. I was cracking up. I even had to rewind it just so I could, pick up on it again to make sure I heard what I did. So Oliver died in the boat crash, and then his daddy comes back to save the city, and he is the Arrow. I don't know. I thought it was neat, and he also got unmasked as the Arrow. With that, Dr. Wells, that's why he comes back to the other portal, is because his daughter's has been taken, right? Oh, hold on a second here. They realize they want to use Linda because she looks just like Dr. Light to be the bait, basically. She agrees to it. I think it's interesting that in the first season, man, he didn't want none of his people around anything or anything dangerous. Didn't want to be put in harm's way. Now he takes this, I don't want to call her a random chick, but he basically just offers her up for bait against one of the most deadly villains that he has faced thus far. Just going to throw her out there. He's desperate. He's ready to go for it. But it was cool, man. They had the training montage. They had these people set up, and she's trying to shoot. It was some comic scenes right there with, Cisco going back and forth, just like normal. Cisco's money. He's money in all of these episodes, all right? And he was money in this one, too. But she's training. Iris convinces Barry that, is it worth it? Can they do it? Is it safe for her and stuff like that? Or maybe it's not Iris. Maybe it's Joe. Make sure he's doing it for the right reasons. That's what it was. Joe was telling him, are you doing this for the right reasons? You're rushing it. So he does a reveal, man. He reveals his identity to Linda. I was surprised. I didn't think it was necessary to do that. And another interesting note is that since it's his ex-girlfriend, he revealed his identity to her, but he hasn't done it to Patty. Man, if anybody deserves to know, it's Patty, right? Like, she ain't shocked by any of this stuff. Like, she sees a shark. She's excited about it. She likes Barry. The only thing I remember now that she can't lie. So I don't know if she had a secret like that, would she even be able to keep it? We saw how terrible she was trying to lie to Barry. She just basically spilled the beans in that one episode. But anyway, do you think that'll play a factor later on? I'm not sure if she finds out, when she finds out that Barry's actually the Flash. I'm talking about Patty here. Will she be upset that his ex-girlfriend, found out first? I don't know. Don't know if that's going to be an issue or not. I just found it interesting that he dropped it off like that. They have this fake scene now. People, this fake scene had me cracking up, right? Like, it was so bad. They made it so obviously bad. And I thought, first of all, it was acted brilliantly. I mean, it was awesome. Like, it looked like they were two people trying to make a scene, but was really bad at it. Cisco even makes a comment about the dialogue. What made it so funny to me was I felt like they stole the dialogue from Supergirl and put it in that scene. That's the first thing I thought of, okay? I'm watching this, and I'm like, yo, this is like the type of dialogue you get for real in Supergirl. They're doing it here. I thought it was funny. Don't hate me, okay? We're showing the Supergirl show some love. Last episode was the best one that they've had so far. I actually kind of enjoyed it. But come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now let's move on to what made this episode so good, and that is Zoom. This dude is off the hook. Oh my goodness. Like, they've shown him in glimpses, right? When he popped up, right? When this dude popped up on Linda, when she walks out of the news reporter room, building, workplace, whatever you want to call it. She walks out and Zoom's like, boom, up in her grill, and he's breathing. And I got scared. Okay. I was nervous. This dude looked awesome. Then he jacks her off, and then he just goes to, you get into this awesome scene with him and the Flash. And we've been waiting to see this, right? Like, we want to see Zoom and the Flash face off to see what they can do, right? Because Barry's not scared. He's supposed to be faster than Jay Garrick. Is he going to... I wanted to see what he could actually do against Zoom. Would he be able to compete? No, he can't. Zoom makes the Reverse Flash look like a punk, right? Like, I would have kind of liked to seen those two have a little battle. I think that would have been pretty interesting because Zoom is beast. Best, they open it up and they're like, oh, Barry's about to throw some lightning. I was like, oh, this is going to be cool to see what he's got. Can he get it? And he throws the lightning and Zoom's like, Let me jump over a lightning bolt that the Flash just threw at me, grab it, and then throw it back at him. And Cisco's like, did y'all just see him throw a lightning bolt? And the answer to that is, Cisco, no. None of y'all saw that happen because it was too fast for any of y'all to see it happen. But anyway, the audience did, and it was awesome. And when he did that, I was like, dude, the Flash is in trouble. I mean, he in trouble. This dude about to get waylaid. And then, he goes, beating on him. They had that zero gravity thing, which, I thought was pretty cool. Have him following and kind of take his powers away a little bit. But then they hit the ground, and then it's OV from there. I mean, the Zoom just, puts the motherfucking Rocky Apollo Creed, moves on him, beats him down real quick. You hear his back snap, by the way. When he punched him in the back and it was over, you heard it snap. And I was like, dang, he just broke his back with a punch. And then he went to dragging him around everybody, just showing everybody that, the Flash is nothing. Here's your hero, and just basically paraded him around, and then was about to finish him off, I guess, at Star Labs, and Cisco gets a shot in the back of his head. Flash dips out. That whole scene was awesome. His voice, his look, his abilities, like when he cut all those bullets, they unloaded all these clips on him, and he's just like, drops all the bullets. I'm just like, dude, this dude is real. All right. I'm done talking about that for a second, how awesome Zoom is. This is my favorite bad guy that I've seen in Arrow, Flash, Supergirl. I would even compare this villain to some of the villains I've seen in the movies, with the exception of like maybe Thanos that's coming out or something like that. Outside of that, and Loki, just because of how good he is. Outside of that, I would put Zoom up as a bad guy to other villains in the movies. I mean, this dude is legit, and I love it, and I hope they keep him around for quite some time because he's menacing. Anyway, Flash's back's broke, and dude's paralyzed, right? That's what he says when he wakes up. I can't feel my legs. And you see a clip from the next scene, or the next episode, rather, where he's actually in a wheelchair. Now, it's just temporary, people. We know he's got where his body can rebuild and stuff like that. Maybe this was just so bad it's going to take a little bit longer, but they're not going to keep the Flash in a motherfucking wheelchair for the rest of the season and the rest of the duration of the show. It's not going to happen. All right, so as a shock moment as it was, there's no real harm in it. So you're just kind of like, we got to deal with him in a wheelchair. Maybe we'll see some cool stuff with that, but he will come back to us. There was a point I wanted to make, and I stopped. It has something to do with, we kind of find out, back to Dr. Wells, right? I wanted to wait and come back to this. So Dr. Wells coming back, he said, I came back because I thought I could have Flash help me. So the only reason why Zoom is after Flash is because Dr. Wells come over here. That's what it made it sound like. And I wish Nate was here so I could ask him what he thought about it. But when Zoom kidnaps Wells' daughter, he's like, Wells went to Earth 1, and I want to know why. Right? Like, Zoom didn't even know why Dr. Wells was going over there. And Dr. Wells reveals, I've tried to capture the Flash before, and I couldn't. And so I thought if I come over here with the help of Barry, I could do that. So did he bring Zoom over, or was Zoom already coming over to kill Barry anyway? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I thought it was interesting. Anyway, people, that's the show for today. Sorry Nate couldn't be here. You can follow me at Comfire Rich, and you can follow Nate and ask him how's he doing at Comfire Nate. Look, like, comment, subscribe, people. We're trying to get to 100. We got a giveaway going on right now, so don't forget about that. It's a nice little care package with a lot of little cool little gifts. Again, you have to be a subscriber, and you got to comment on at least one of these videos in the month of November. Enter for a drawing, right? So get back at us, people. Dude, tell me, how awesome is Zoom? Oh, my goodness. Until next time, man, I'm out.